It's almost 3:30 in the morning and I'm sitting at the desk in my room at the Angkor Riviera Hotel in Siem Reap. The journey to Cambodia for the most part was uneventful. Planes were on schedule, luggage showed up on time, smooth skies, just the way we always wish traveling to be. After a layover in Taipei, Taiwan, I flew into Phnom Penh, Cambodia. As my plane approached the capital city, we flew over patchwork fields with occasional open fires, their gray smoke blowing eastward in the wind. Dirt roads cut across the landscape, and the massive Mekong River was brown with mud. The city from the sky appears as hundreds of 3 to 10-story buildings, and the roofs of many structures are bright blue or rich red. Welcome to Cambodia. We hit the ground, and as the plane sped toward a stop, I noticed the backhoes digging right near the runway. They were opening up long, wide holes in the earth, and my mind immediately thought of the huge mass graves that I've read about and seen photos from the days of the Khmer Rouge terror. As we move closer to the terminal, I realize that the construction appears to be large, beautiful, man-made ponds. After deboarding, passing through customs, and gathering my luggage, I decided to spend my 4-hour layover seeing one of the gruesome reminders of the horrors of 1970s Cambodia. I negotiated with a taxi driver to take me to the Tuol Sleng Genocide Museum, the former high school turned death camp under Pol Pot and the Khmer Rouge's reign. From 1975 to 1979, it was known as S-21, where nearly 20,000 people were interrogated, tortured, and killed. Today it stands as a reminder of the atrocities that man can inflict upon his brother. In all, nearly 2 million people were killed or starved to death under the brutal leadership of Pol Pot. There were only a handful of survivors of S-21, and on my brief visit, I met one of them, a man named VWAM, who was a talented artist and was allowed to live after weeks of torture and shackles because he was able to paint portraits of Pol Pot. "I am a victim of Pol Pot," he said in his book describing his experiences, "and I was able to survive because of pictures of Pol Pot." He showed me a photograph of his wife, Ma Yan. She was a beautiful Cambodian woman with fear in her eyes. The photo was taken as she entered the prison complex on the day they were arrested together in 1976. Ma Yan was tortured and killed by the Pol Pot regime. Her body most likely dumped into a mass grave at the Chong Ek killing field. VWAM later learned that his children were starved to death at a Khmer Rouge child center. A few months ago, I was in Uganda, which suffered tremendously under the terrors of Idi Amin. Right near Uganda is the country of Rwanda, which had its own genocide during the 90s. Cambodia's nightmare filled the late 70s, but the violence continued there until the late 90s. Of course, earlier in the 20th century, evil took the face of Hitler and Stalin and the like. And today we have the Sudan, though the mass media tends to look the other way, pretending that a genocide is not taking place under our noses. It is said that the devil roams the earth seeking whom he can devour. By all appearances of the recent and current genocides, I suppose that evil never truly goes away. It may be cut off in certain areas of the globe, but like a dragon with many heads, a new leader rises to power elsewhere. A leader who becomes nothing but a pawn of the dragon, and the devouring continues.